Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. On Monday is my poetry day. You know, the Sufis, when they sent you to study with a master, overtly they didn't look like they were anything more spiritual than the average person, and they always had a craft. And Attar was a famous Sufi teacher who was a perfumier. And this is his poem called The Dullard Sage. I lost myself, I reappeared, I know not where. A drop that rose from the sea and fell and dissolved again. A shadow that stretched itself out at dawn. When the sun reached noon, I disappeared. I have no news of my coming or passing away. The whole thing happened quicker than a breath. Ask no questions of the moth. In the candle flame of its face, I have forgotten all the answers. In the way of love, there must be knowledge and ignorance. So I have become both a dullard and a sage. One must be an eye and yet not see. So I am blind, and yet I perceive. Dust be on my head if I can say where I in bewilderment have wandered. Attar watched his heart transcend both worlds, and under its shadow now is gone mad with love. Wow, this guy's out there, huh? All right, for my disappointing affirmation, friends, we're heading towards the end of the disappointing affirmations, and then I'm just going to be back to my toxic positivity. So you'll have to either invent more or go back and look at my other tapes if you forgot some of those good ones for yourself. So, you know, you're always just a moment away from your next worst day ever, or your next best day ever. But let's be realistic. Okay, so for my journal writing friends, who didn't bless you? Was it somebody who's still alive, somebody who's gone? What do you want to hear from them? What do you need from them? What do you need to receive from them? And is there anything you still need to say to them? If they were here, you could resurrect them. You let me know what's going on that way in your world. I'll let you know what's going on in mine. Now, Heinrich Zimmer, a famous Indologist and one of Joseph Campbell's mentors, he mentions the idea of Maya. It's an Indian word that deals with the apparent illusion of existence, that there's an apparitional level. And the same word that is for mother and meter and measure is Maya. And so Maya, M-A-Y-A, has a lot to do with things looking like they're separate from one another. It's an optical delusion. How can we not know the difference between one thing and another? But yet, the one swinging energy system, which is that which is the source and that which emanates everything that we see, we don't see that. It's hidden. And so Maya is where living forms come out of the primal substance. The phenomenal world has this mirage-like way, like a dream, like a wisp of smoke. Here and then it's gone. Millions of us are caught in that web of illusion, that magical power that makes the one energy that is that which from everything from there comes from, makes it look like it's scattered in 100,000 things. Yoga is a process of going back, remembering, reclaiming, seeing the source of one's existence and realizing it's a projection of Maya. Now, I appeal to my older friends on an ongoing basis, and all of us are continuing to age regardless of what your chronological age is, but I don't have a young body anymore. And after 77 years, it's insult after insult in a lifelong decline, and no matter how well I treat it, and I'm doing pretty well, that decline can emotionally weigh one down. So I've learned to shift in identity to a new kind of mastery that actually allows me to get stronger, not weaker as I age. And part of that is learning how to feel as alive as I ever have. Now, how do you do that? Well, when you're younger, you're still looking forward to creating things, but when you're older, you can look back and realize I'm probably harvesting a lot of stuff, bringing my life to a successful conclusion, and to enjoy the contributions I've made along the way and try to pass on a legacy of wisdom, future wisdom for the service of the community. So I search for new approaches as I continue to age and realize that being alive one more day is like on bonus points. And my aging, when I'm looking at it in the most healthy way, is a badge of honor, not a mark of failure. And I continue to try to pioneer to bring out the untapped potential that still could exist. So my teacher says my body is my temple and my asanas, my practice, is my prayers. And having a mentor helps you deflate your ego so you can create a space where new awareness can arise. I've always felt that I've been a non-denominational yogi, and that the classes I taught were always aimed at healing any human wounds, and in its own way kind of creating a kind of ecumenical rite of passage for anybody who wants to step out of the world and into their spiritual identity. And because your body participates, your heart has to get affected, and that's how you come away from the class filled with joy. So I hope that you all seek your own understanding in quiet moments of meditation, work with your own spiritual discipline, however you conceive that to be, make decisions that move and direct your awareness, and then always speak what's true, what's kind, what's necessary, what's helpful, and let the law of attraction sort it out from there. You are a leading edge creator. So you have to put out into the environment your very best. Vibrationally put out your very best. Because once you've seen the end of making choices and understanding cause and effect, you learn to will the realization of what it is that you want. And then you can say a very simple mantra: whatever I do prospers. So may your own expectation of the inner wealth that you have show you it has its own mechanics, so that every day you tap into a mood of opulence. May it surround you with all things necessary for an abundant life and a constant supply. Have a great day. And don't forget, it's Ringo's birthday today. So at 12 o'clock, think of peace and love.